Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to do something a little bit different than we usually do. Just found this video, came across it, of a police-involved shooting in which a gentleman, and I'd like to ask you guys, leave the race things out of it. Hey, it's irrelevant what color the people involved were. Okay, it's a criminal. He had a gun. He got shot by the police. Now, is that all there is to this? No, of course not, or I wouldn't be showing this video. It would just be another day in paradise. So we're just going to watch this video, and I'll explain my issues with it as we go through it. Like I said, it was a good shoot. I mean, not good as in people getting shot is a good thing, but good as in within the law, within policy, likely for the department that she works for. Now, video here obviously starts out, woman's driving up. Can't really tell it's a woman at this point, but trust me, it is. Hops out, sees a situation. Now, sees obviously here, sees her partner pointing his gun at something. She can't really tell what. Obviously, she's going to assume it's the vehicle. Immediately rips her weapon out. We don't know what information she's been told yet by dispatch. What she was just providing backup, I don't know. This isn't where my issue is. This is all immediately, okay? She starts screaming, okay? Now, in every department I know of, when you arrive on the scene to back up another officer, you are cover officer. That means you shut your fucking face unless the other officer is clearly losing control of the situation, at which point you guys can kind of, and when you work with somebody enough, you get to know, okay, I'm going to take over, and you can kind of exchange a look or just say a word or two, and you take over that situation. But you are there for cover, okay? Beyond that, when you approach a situation, you can't start at screaming at the top of your lungs. Okay? That doesn't work, especially in a situation like this. That doesn't work. That just amps the thing up and amps you up too. You got to start out low. You can't start out high and then come down. It's not easy to do when you're dealing with what could be, and I mean, I can't tell from this, but it could be an EDP. I mean, obviously this person's having some kind of issue, emotionally distressed person. But she starts out just screaming, and you'll see as we go on in this video, she just continues screaming the whole way through. So we'll keep going. I mean, she's screaming so loud that you can't even hear what she's saying because it's vibrating. Now, right there, she crosses in front of the contact officer as a cover officer and goes right into a position. Now, she shouldn't be doing this, okay? And unless she's a super senior person, which from the research that I did on this individual, she's not. Okay, she wasn't a senior person at this situation. She shouldn't have been charging in there. Okay? Not to mention, she's put herself into a bad tactical position right here because you have no cover, no concealment. You are right out in the open. Yeah, you've got the drop on this guy, okay? But as you'll see, there's a person in the vehicle next to this guy, and there's a woman that comes in that she doesn't get control of when she rolls up there. Okay, she just stands there. It takes the cover, or who would originally be the contact officer, who's now become cover officer, to get him out of the way. Now, yes, that's the cover officer's job, is to keep the scene clear, but a tactical consideration when you are dealing with armed subject is what they call the theory of two. If there's one, there's two. So if you see one person with a gun, always assume that there's two. Or more, depending on the situation. She doesn't do that. She just jumps right in, leaves herself in the open, just so she can get that good, clean shot on that guy, and that's a bad choice. Personally, for me, that tells me that she's there to do business, and by do business, I mean she's there to shoot this individual. She's not there to negotiate. She's not there to calm down the situation. Now, yes, this guy has a gun, okay? He's not actively threatening anybody. And again, I don't know the situation. He might have actively threatened people in Burger King, so it's hard to judge. But he's not actively threatening this officer. Is she smart to go in there the way she did? No. And if you look what's behind her, likely a crowded restaurant, okay? When you're shooting your gun, you always, always, always have to be aware, because bullets penetrate. That bullet at that range will likely penetrate that subject and go right through that door. It's cement. It could take a nasty ricochet, okay? She would be much better served to take a few steps over to the right towards that silver Nissan, okay, and then point down at it. Now you've only got the backdrop of that one car that's likely to stop it, and you've got cover, well, slight cover, mostly concealment, should he decide to turn and shoot, and you've still got that shot. Way better choice. She doesn't make it here through this whole thing. Okay. So now they're both holding. Now you see this woman here in the right-hand corner. She just shows up on the scene. She's just standing there. That's from what we can tell, she's an innocent bystander, but her right hand is blocked by that door. She could have a gun concealed behind that. Okay. They don't immediately get control of her and get her out of the way. Terrible, terrible choice. Okay. I don't know where these people are trained. And now they get her out of the way. A little bit late, but okay, they do. She keeps yelling. The male officer on the left, he's staying calm and cool and saying, "Look, calm." They got to know at this point, okay, that they have the tactical superiority. This guy is going to be dead 3 times before he even has a chance to point in your direction at this point. Okay, you don't need to amp it up. Okay, at this point, you need to just be calm and cool. You're going to win the gunfight. You're not going to get injured because he's going to have to draw around and up over that car, and he's going to be dead long before that happens. Keep it calm. You have the potential to save this guy's life. Calm it down, okay? Try and talk to this person. It's ridiculous that they just keep screaming at this guy. Screaming again. And then she shoots. She shoots. Boom. She shot a fire. What is, I shot a fire? This woman is obviously so not prepared for law enforcement. She can't even speak coherently after firing her weapon, which tells you likely her train of thought is not what it needs to be for a lethal force encounter. Okay? This could be a personality conflict. This could be a training lapse. I don't know. Now look, they just walk up here. She just walks up here to the subject. Hey, there's a person right there. You don't know what they're doing. You don't know if they're carrying a gun. You don't know if they're part of this. You don't know if you come around there, they're going to plug you. And she just walks up there, completely ignores it. And now she clues in. Oh, yeah, let me see your hands. Worst police officer I've ever seen. Absolute worst. Hey, not only that, they don't render any kind of medical aid to this guy at all. Now, the video ends here, obviously, so maybe they do later on. I don't know. But this is the worst, most unprofessional shooting I've ever seen. Now, like I said, legally, it's probably fine. Okay, he had a gun, active threat in a public area. You're probably legally covered. Morally, are you covered and justified? I gotta say, I don't think so. I think that there was a lot of things that you could have done differently, and if you were a more professional police officer, better trained, more physically fit, you could tell she was out of breath and she hadn't done anything. She's hand in the air as she screams her head off. Awful from start to finish. I mean, yeah, she might be morally legally justified in this, but if I was a supervisor of this department, she would be out on her ass in an instant. Now, the contact officer, the original contact officer, will say he did not do a very good job of maintaining control of the situation himself. As soon as she showed up, he should have said, "No, this is my call. I've got this. Just cover me." Didn't do any of that. Just let her be large and in charge and take the whole situation over, handle it horribly, which led to the death of a person. Again, he had a gun. I'm not condoning that. But I'm just saying, from a professional point of view and a personal point of view as well, things could have been done differently. Who knows? The result might have been the same. But if you tried, you don't lose anything by trying when you have the upper hand like that. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Keep the comments civil. I know things like this, when a white officer shoots a black person, that can explode into some stuff. Leave that out of it. It has nothing to do with it at this point. Okay, I'm just here to critique the rundown of it. Okay. Yeah, drop me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Have a great night.